Busy, busy, busy. That is how air travel is being described this holiday week. You could say headache, headache, headache if you flew last week. The TSA says that they set a new record Friday, screening nearly 2.9 million travelers on Friday alone. The airlines are still catching up after the weather and some other factors caused thousands of delays in the last 7 days. And while it may be summer, travel experts say it's not too early to start thinking about travel in the fall, right? Holiday travel in November and December. Joining me now, travel industry expert Sandra McLemore. Happy 4th to you. Nice to see you on this holiday. Thanks for being with us. Really? So now's the time to book for the winter holidays?
Yeah, it seems kind of crazy, right? It's hot outside and we're talking about the holidays, but booking now is actually going to save you a lot of the things that we're dealing with right now. You can avoid a lot of situations, Marnie, just by booking early. You can have better options, choices of your flight times. You can buy travel insurance in advance. There are so many things that you can do that will ease up some of the headaches for later in the year.
And are you able to find better deals if you book now on flights, on hotels, on other travel expenses if you're an early bird?
So, Marnie, deals are something that we know from before the pandemic, my friend. We don't have those anymore. When it comes to flights, the best price that you can get is the available price right now. But what you can do, I would recommend, is buying your flight now for November, December, and then you can set up an alert whereby if the airline drops its price for exactly the same ticket that you have, you can reach out to them for them to pay the difference back to you, refund the difference back to you. But definitely getting travel insurance, using a professional travel advisor, signing up for pre-check right now. For people who are still waiting in line, still taking their shoes off, still taking laptops and iPads out of their bag, there is no need for that. Sign up for your pre-check now. And then absolutely hotels and car rental you were mentioning just now. Those are the things you'll want to book right now, this week, for November and December, and you can always make sure that when you're booking them that you go for something that's got great cancellation. You know, Marnie, something like cancel 48 hours before or 1 week before and without penalty. Better to have them booked now than not have them at all and be scrambling at the last minute.
Right, great advice. And how about travel insurance? Is that something that you recommend getting each time, even if it costs a little bit extra?
1000%, because you know what costs more than travel insurance? The heartache of what a lot of people go through when their trip is disrupted, delayed, or they have out-of-pocket expenses. Now, you'll want to read the fine print because not every travel insurance policy covers every reason for delay or cancellation. So working with a travel advisor or calling the insurance company direct and saying, hey, I want the maximum amount of coverage. Those are situations like being stuck and needing to have a hotel during holiday season, having to rent a car, having to change to a more expensive flight. All of those things can be covered if you're on the right policy.
Yeah, and I want to give a shout out. American Airlines, I had to do a name change on a flight I recently booked for my sister. I called, it happened in 5 minutes. I was so surprised. I was pleasantly surprised it was so easy to make a change. How about people who don't have flight insurance or who are not frequent flyers, like a lot of people last week when United canceled many flights? Is there anything they can do to get reimbursed for the headache and the costs that they accrued?
You know, the one thing that the airlines hide behind, and I hate this, I feel like there does need to be legislative change around this, is the one thing the airlines will always hide behind is weather. Weather is something obviously that they cannot control, but it doesn't mean they can't come to the table in terms of helping people. When you have hundreds of delays, thousands of delays, cancellations, they've got to be able to work with people better. So in terms of if you were stuck last week or you're stuck these holidays, the first thing you'll want to do is to make sure that you note down in your phone or on paper the time that you were meant to leave, the delays that happened, how often you were alerted about the delays, any announcements, and what time you actually took off. Then head over to the Department of Transportation website, and it will walk you through exactly what you were entitled to. Now, Marnie, you're going to have to advocate for yourself when you call the airline or when you send them a letter. I'm not a fan of calling the airline to resolve those kinds of things. I like to put it all in writing. So I email off. All of the airlines have sections for compliments/complaints, and it's always good to have those times, dates, flight numbers, everything ready so that you can email when you get home. And they very often need to be held accountable and should be held accountable, but it's a matter of advocating for yourself.
Right. They want to make things right. Speaking of the delays, we were just reporting on a delay on getting passports, that there's this big backlog. What's your advice and recommendations for people who are looking to go overseas and their passports expired?
Yeah, so I know this sounds kind of funny, but I have a 3.5-year-old, and when he was born, the very first thing we did was get him a passport. So let's start right back at the beginning. If you have small children, get them passports right away. If you have children, and or maybe even yourself, you think, well, I don't have a trip on the books for this year, or I can't imagine myself going anywhere. Well, that would be a pleasant surprise if you did, but the last thing you want to be doing is battling passport applications. So if you do not currently have a passport and you don't need to travel, go ahead and put your application in. If you have trips booked or you know that you want to book trips, please check your passport. One of the great tricks that I have for my family is that we open up all the passports and we put into the calendar for 5 years' time, 8 years, 10 years' time, the expiry date. And we put a reminder for 6 months before the expiry date, because most people don't realize you can actually renew your passport 6 months before it expires. And a lot of countries will require you to have an additional 3 to 6 months of validity. Now, you've heard probably a lot of people saying that there are these elusive appointments where you can get a last-minute passport. Those are usually reserved for life and death circumstances. And as much as your vacation to Cabo or Jamaica feels life and death, it's really difficult to get appointments for that kind of reason. So I think being proactive at this stage is the only thing that we can do. And also maybe to lower our expectation of being able to get things immediately. We can on Amazon, but not when it comes to passports.
No, act now. Don't procrastinate. Sandra McLemore, as always, you have so much great information. Happy and safe 4th to you and yours.
Same to you, Marnie.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.